Today is onion bhaji day and I'm going to show you how to make them. It's extremely simple. You need gram flour, which is chickpea flour. You can basically buy this anywhere. As you can see, we buy very large bags of that. I'm using here some of our own bit spicy spices. There's some tandoori blend and some garam masala. Here's the gram flour in a bowl. Then you need about 90 mils or 3 fluid ounces of good old tap water, 2 medium onions. I'm going to show you how fine you need to chop them. Right, I'm just cutting the onion now. It has to be quite small, so I'm doing slices, and they're sort of probably thicker than you do for French onion soup, about the size maybe you'd put in a casserole. And then I'm actually cutting them across as well. That way you end up with quite small pieces. It's amazing how big they look when they're wrapped in a sloppy batter and you're trying to put them in a wok full of hot oil. I'm just sticking the spices in with the flour, give it a quick stir. Then you want to just shovel the onion in. Obviously there's a bit of moisture in the onion, which gets taken up by the flour. Then you want to add some of the water. I would always keep a bit back. Just give it a quick stir around with whatever you've got. It's going to need the rest of the water. As you can see, it looks just like a load of onion covered in some gunk, but you don't actually need any more. It's amazing how this just holds the onion together, and as it's cooked in the oil, it does actually come out, puffing up slightly.
Gunk?
Have you stopped filming?
No. Why?
So it looks like some delicious concoction, not gunk I've been told, so that it all just sticks together very nicely. Right, I've got the oil in the wok heating up. The best way to figure out whether the oil's hot enough is just to put your first onion bhaji in there and see what happens. So that's what I'm doing. Using a wooden spoon, obviously this doesn't get hot. Just going to scrape a little bit like that. That's smaller than I would make for an onion bhaji, but I'm only doing sort of pre-dinner nibbly size things. I'm not doing those big plates of meat you get
right, Elizabeth, you're not writing a book.
Sandwich. Right, these are the first little batch of onion bhajis made. You can tell by the colour. That's the sort of colour that I like them cooked at. The onions will be nice and sweet and soft, but you don't want them so dark that they're going to be burnt. I've got the next batch in here. I mean, these probably took about 5 minutes to cook. This is the finished product. As you can see, I've made them sort of nibbly sized. You can make them much bigger if you want. They're obviously going to take slightly longer in the pan to cook. I've got some mango chutney here. Just drizzle a little bit on. The other thing about onion bhajis is you realise that actually they're better when they've cooled down. The batter goes a little bit softer, the flavours of the onion mellows a little bit, and they're actually a lot nicer like that. Anyway, cheers. You can see how soft the onion gets when they're cooked. So easy.
Well, you made it.
Come on, Andrew, give me your opinion then.